Hello, my name is Dawn from Infinite You Life Coaching, and welcome to today's Vinyasa practice. Our practice today is to awaken that divine feminine. This is not just meant for women. We all have divine masculine, feminine within our bodies, so it's just really common in our world today that we fall into that masculine energy, the get it done, the making lists, the crossing things off, constantly doing, and in a way pushing to get that done. As we allow that divine feminine energy to come in, it's more of a flow, it's more natural, it's creative, it's intuitive. In this energy, you are going with, you're trusting, you're going with the universe and allowing that what is meant to be will be, and there's less resisting and less forcing. So I invite you to come to a comfortable seat, and once you're in your comfortable seat, you can see I'm in a hero's pose. If you would like to sit cross-legged, that's as good as well. If you want to add a blanket underneath, that's great. So just go ahead and get comfortable. And once you're in a comfortable position, I invite you to close your eyes or maybe soften your gaze with your palms down on your thighs or your knees. And just begin to notice where your body is touching the mat. Notice how solid the floor and the mat are, how supportive they are. That we can trust the mat to hold us up. And then maybe bringing your attention to where your hands are touching your thighs. If there's a communication there, whether an exchange of heat, energy, sensation. Maybe noticing either your bottom on the mat, or maybe if you're sitting in heroes, the flexion of your feet, extension of your feet. And just allowing your awareness to move upwards, maybe now able to settle a little bit, correcting your posture just a bit, adjusting your hip angle so that it feels more comfortable. And then noticing your diaphragm. How without effort, a breath comes in, and there's a pause, and then the breath goes out, and there's a pause. And then bringing our attention a little further up, seeing if we can relax our shoulders any away from our ears as we extend our spine up towards the sky. Thinking about making that space between the base of your skull and your shoulders a little wider. Maybe bringing your chin in a little bit. And we'll welcome the intention of the softness of our movements today. That we will move almost as if in slow motion, aware of every little movement. We will move softly and fluidly, connecting our breath to our motions, inviting the universe to flow openly through us to each other. So a sense of openness and fluidity. And we'll take a long, slow, deep breath in. And gently let that go. Another long, slow, deep breath in. And gently release that breath. And now you can allow your eyes to remain closed for these first few movements, or maybe you want to flutter them open. And we're going to start just by beginning to move our hips ever so slightly in a circular motion, allowing your lower back, your sacrum to gain this gentle motion, maybe making the motion a little bit bigger, including more of your body in the motion, connecting your breath to the motion. We'll take 3 more turns here. And then keeping that connection to your breath, we're going to start moving in the opposite direction. Maybe coming back to those really tiny motions. Just allowing your spine to wake up. And increasing the amount of motion you're bringing to the rest of your body. We'll take 3 more turns in this direction. And then returning back to neutral, we'll take a nice tall spine here. And then as we inhale, we're just going to allow our belly to come forward and our chest to open, maybe taking our gaze or our closed eyes up to the sky. And on your exhale, pushing down into your palms as you curve your back towards the wall behind you, dropping your chin to your chest. Remember, nice, slow, fluid movements as we inhale, dropping our belly, opening our heart. Exhale, starting with your hips as you curve backwards, eventually dropping your chin to your chest. I'm going to do that one more time, so nice and fluid. Inhaling as you come forward. And then exhale as you curve back. Again, coming back up to a nice tall spine. So inhale, bring the crown of your head up to the sky. Exhale, settle into the mat. From here, we're just going to drop our chin to our chest. Maybe give your chin a little side-to-side motion. And then gently, we're just going to bring in some neck rotations. Again, starting as small as you would like. Going slowly, maybe making the circles bigger as you start to loosen. Connecting your breath to the motion, now bringing it in the opposite direction. We'll take 2 more rotations here. And when you're ready, coming back to neutral, maybe just allowing your hands to rub on your thighs here for a minute, noticing how that feels, the sensation in your hands. And then allowing your fingers just to trace up your body to behind your neck, right at the base of your skull. You can even put your thumbs down your neck if that's comfortable. And from here, we're going to open our elbows in opposite directions as we open our chest and inhale, looking up at the sky. Exhale as you bring your chin down, you're curving your spine and bringing your elbows together. Nice and slow, very fluid, deliberate motion. Inhale as we come up. Nice and open here. Exhale, bringing your elbows back together, chin to chest. We'll do that one more time. Nice, slow, long, deep breath in. And exhale as you bring those elbows together and chin to chest. And then as we come up, we're just going to take our hands. You can stick them in between your legs if you're in thunder, or underneath your legs if you are in easy pose. And we're just going to have a nice tall spine here. And we're going to start to take our gaze up and back, just kind of lifting our chest with our hands grounding us. If you need to go underneath your feet, you could do that as well. And breathe. Feel that opening. Maybe a very gentle side to side motion with your head. And then we're just going to come forward. So coming into a child's pose here, bringing your chest onto the floor. Again, maybe rocking your head side to side, allowing your body to be heavy here. And take an inhale as you come back up. And from here, we're just going to take our right fingertips and put them on the mat. As we inhale, the left arm up, reaching to the right side. And we'll take a breath or two here. And take an inhale. And as you exhale, bringing that left hand out in front of you and to the other side as you inhale your right arm up and over. Very slow, deliberate motion. Exhale as we come to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale back across. Inhale up. And exhale back across. We'll do it one more time on each side. Inhale, hand up. Exhale so fluidly like water as you move across to the other side. And we'll inhale that right arm up and over, and we'll take 2 breaths here. And on your exhale, allowing yourself to come back up to center. And we'll just take a breath in the seated position, feeling your hands maybe on your thighs. Then allowing your left hand to come to your right knee and your right hand behind you. We're going to have a nice tall spine as we come into a twist. So inhale, nice tall spine. Exhale, deepen your twist. Inhale, we're going to bring our arms up over our head at center. Exhale, taking it to the other side. Inhale as we have a tall seat. Exhale, deepening the twist. Inhale, palms touch, center. Exhale, taking it to the other side. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, deepening your twist, maybe taking your gaze over that back shoulder. Inhaling, bring our hands up, palms touch. Exhale, other side. Inhale, extending your spine. Exhale, deepening the twist, maybe taking your gaze over that back shoulder. Again, inhale, palms touch. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, palms touch, center. Exhale, taking it back over to that right side. This time we're going to lean back, and you're going to just put that right palm down as you lift your bottom and inhale the left hand overhead. Exhale. We're going to go ahead and trace our fingertips across the floor like we did earlier. Coming into that same position on the other side. So grounding this time your left hand down. Inhaling the right hand up and over. Lifting your bottom. Exhale, allowing your fingertips to drape and move across, and we'll do the same thing. Exhale, coming back across. Inhale that right hand up and over. Exhale, lowering your bottom. Last one on each side. Inhale, coming up on off your bottom. Exhale, tracing the fingertips across. Inhale, lifting your bottom as you bring the right arm up and over. Exhale, lowering your bottom and meeting me in tabletop. We're going to return to our cat-cows here, but I welcome you to invite the motion that feels good for you. So this could be barrel rolls, figure eights, your standard cat-cows. So let's just start going in one direction. And then take it in the other direction. Remember, nice smooth motions, fluid, connecting it to your breath. Allowing that prana energy to move freely through your body. From here, we're going to tuck our toes and move back into our downward facing dog. So we can begin just by pedaling out our dog. And when you're ready, we'll find some stillness. Just breathe. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale the right foot up, bending the knee. Exhale, we're going to bring that foot forward. As we come into a low lunge, we'll lower that back leg. And we'll go ahead and inhale our hands up. Taking a few breaths in this position. And we'll meet together in an inhale. Exhale, cactusing the arms. And continuing to move the arms back and away from you. Then inhaling our hands back up to above our heads. Exhale, cactus. Slowly just allowing the hands to come behind us. Inhaling the hands forward and up. One more time. Cactusing the arms. Continuing to move your hands back. And inhaling our arms up and forward. Exhale, we're going to bring our hands down to the mat as we tuck the back toes and we come into our runner's lunge. We're going to go ahead and ground that left palm as we inhale the right palm up. And from here, we're just going to allow the front hand to come forward. Inhale as we bring the arm up. Exhale, forward, maybe allowing your eyes to follow your hand. Connecting your breath, being very aware of your motion, but purposeful yet flowing. It's very fluid. One more time around. And this time we'll allow our hands to ground. We're going to be coming into a high crescent lunge, so allow your feet to get grounded as you inhale your hands up. Taking a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, let's go ahead and drop that back heel and allow our arms to come into a warrior two. Maybe palms up, allowing your shoulders to relax. Take a breath here. Flipping your front palm. We're going to inhale that palm up as we come into our reverse warrior. Exhale, coming into extended side angle. Inhale back into our reverse warrior. Straightening that front leg for a reverse triangle. Allowing that front hand to float down. And we'll inhale as we reach that palm forward as we send our hips back. Exhale, coming into our triangle pose. Taking an inhale. Exhale, with control, bring that hand down. And we're just going to walk our hands in front of us so that we come into this wide-legged forward fold. From here, we're just going to come up halfway. Exhale, coming down. Maybe bringing your hands to your ankles, allowing your body to move a little closer to your legs. We'll take 2 breaths here. And on your inhale, we're going to bring both hands to your left foot. And then coming to the other side. Take an inhale here. Exhale, glide yourself so that your right hand is grabbing your left foot and your left hand is raising up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, floating and fluidly moving your left hand to your right leg as we switch sides. Take an inhale here. Exhale, returning down to center. We're back into our forward fold. And we're going to find some fluid motion here. So bending your legs a little. We're going to inhale as we come halfway up as we straighten our legs. Exhale as we come down very fluidly, bending our legs, never actually stopping, just continuing that motion. And inhale up. Exhale down as you bend your knees and are so soft. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come down. One more time. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come down. And from here, I'm going to inhale, halfway lift, putting your hands right on your hip crease. Maybe bending your knees here. And coming all the way up into a standing position. Now from here, we're going to take our toes and point our toes out, heels in, as we come into a goddess pose. So we're going to inhale our hands up. Exhale as we drop down into our goddess pose. Just breathe. And on your next inhale, coming back up into standing. And on your exhale, we're just going to bring our hands back to the front of the mat and step back into our downward facing dog. Maybe doing a couple of walking the dog knee bends here, but then find some stillness. We'll take 3 breaths here. This time, taking it to the other side, we'll inhale the left leg up, bending the knee, and exhale, stepping forward as we lower the back leg and come into a low lunge. Inhale. Bring our arms up. Take 2 breaths here. Taking an inhale with me. Exhale, cactus the arms. And just allow the hands to continue behind you. Inhale as you bring your hands up and forward. Back up to the top. Exhale, cactus, as you slowly and fluidly move your hands behind you. Inhale as you come up. One more time. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat, tucking your back toes, coming into this runner's lunge. And from here, grounding the right palm. We're just going to do some circles with that left arm. So taking an inhale as we bring the arm up. And exhale the arm back. It's very fluid, intentional motion. Connecting your breath. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come down. One more time. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come down. From here, we'll bring both palms to the mat. Grounding your feet as we're going to be coming into our crescent lunge. When you're ready, inhale as we come up. Taking a few breaths here. And we'll inhale. Exhale, dropping the back heel as we come into our warrior two. Maybe flipping the palms and relaxing the shoulders. Then returning our palms down. Being sure to wrap that back arm, that wrapped shoulder blade onto your ribs. Inhale, we'll flip that front palm as we drop back into reverse warrior. Exhale, coming into our extended side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Straightening that front leg. And taking a breath here. On your next inhale, we're going to reach that front palm forward, hips back, and exhale, coming down into our triangle pose. Really lifting through the obliques, taking a breath, and then allowing both hands to come down onto the mat. And we're just going to turn into our wide-legged forward fold. I'll just flip so I can be facing you. So back into our forward fold, your feet should be parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. Allowing your head to be heavy here. Maybe grabbing onto your ankles and deepening that forward bend. And then taking both hands to your left foot. Take a breath. With fluidity, moving to the right foot. And taking a breath. And then allowing your hand to swim to your left foot as you bring that left hand up to the sky. And then with fluidity, coming back to the other side. There's a flow to it. Inhale as you bring your right hand up. And then exhaling as we come back to center. And then from here, just allowing your body to be heavy, we're going to bring in that flowing motion of an inhale, halfway lift. So bending our knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming back down. Nice and fluid. There's no pause, no stop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Then inhaling your hands to your hip crease as we come up into a standing position. From here, we're going to come into our goddess pose again. So heels in, toes out. And then inhaling our arms up. Exhale as we sit down into the pose. Maybe this time bringing our hands together for a lotus mudra right in front of your heart. Maybe sinking a little deeper this time. Just breathe. And if it's within your practice, coming up onto your toes. And then exhaling the toes, the heels down. Let's take an inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Heel toeing your feet closer together as we come into our malasana squat. So from here, toes pointed slightly outwards. Feet are wider than hip width. As you drop your bottom towards the mat, your spine is nice and tall, so the crown reaching for the sky as your tailbone's reaching to the earth. And we're going to bring in some fluidity into this position as well. So dropping your right hand down to the mat, we're going to inhale that left arm up and over with grace, slowly, intention. Exhale as you bring that arm down, maybe tracing your fingertips over the other arm as you go. Inhaling the right arm up. Exhale, fingertips down the arm. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, a little bit of touch. Inhale, right arm up. And then settling back, we'll put our hands in prayer position as we come into our yogi squat. And find some stillness here, maybe noticing the energy that we've got moving throughout our body and around us. Continuing to breathe. And when you're ready, bring your fingertips to the mat. I'm just going to come up to halfway and step to the front of the mat. So just coming into this forward fold. And maybe even ragdoll it here so we can bend our knees slightly. Grab a hold of opposite elbows. Allow your body to be so heavy. Your ribs, your neck, your head, your shoulders, your arms. Maybe bringing a little bit of motion. And maybe find a little bit of stillness as well. And from here, we're going to ground our hands. Knees can be bent. We're going to step one leg back as we just allow the right leg to come into a pigeon setup. So slightly parallel, or it can be closer to your body, but foot is flexed on your right foot. Left foot is coming back behind you. Inhaling, allowing your right shin to kind of push into the mat. Extending your spine. Thinking about the crown of your head reaching for the heavens. Maybe coming up a little higher. See if you can relax in your lower back. If it's comfortable, you could bend that back leg and take a hold of it with your left arm, maybe staying here. If it's within your practice, tucking those toes into your elbow, maybe staying here. Or continuing on to mermaid, where you have your hands binding together. And we'll take 3 breaths here. On your next exhale, with control and fluidity, softness, allowing your body to come back into our pigeon. And then just walking your fingertips forward. Maybe making a pillow with your hands. You can always put a block or a blanket under that right hip if necessary. And just breathe. Taking that breath right into that right hip. And softening the tension on your exhale. Allowing your exhale to be a moment of surrender. Allowing. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, just slowly pushing into your hands as you come up. And we're just going to move on to that hip that's down. So right hip's down, swinging the right foot forward. And we're just going to bring both feet in front. From there, bending the right knee and allowing that right leg to hop over the left. We're going to come into a twist. So you could either take your left hand around the right knee for a hug, or you could allow that right elbow to catch the right knee. Just breathe here. Nice tall spine. Maybe taking your gaze behind you. Maybe straightening that front arm. Every inhale, extending your spine. Every exhale, deepening your twist. On your next inhale, we'll unwind. We're going to take this right foot and put it right next to, we're going to take it back over the left leg, right next to your right knee. And we're going to take your left hand behind you and just using your right hand as support. We're going to push into the left heel and your right foot as you lift your bottom, coming into this modified side plank and just inhaling that right arm up and over, maybe coming up onto those right toes for a wild thing. 2 more breaths here. Feel your heart opening. On the exhale, bringing your hand back down, dropping your bottom. And then we're just going to bend that left leg as we scoot our bottom in. Allow that back leg to come behind us so that we can come into pigeon on the other side. So maybe coming up onto your toes as you lift your bottom and just readjusting. Once you feel like you're set up for pigeon, settling in. Again, your leg can be parallel to the front of the mat, or you can bend your leg closer to your hips. That left foot should be flexed. The right leg is directly behind you. And then seated up nice and tall. Pushing into the floor with that left shin. Just breathe. If it's within your practice, bending that back leg, maybe grabbing onto that back leg with your right hand. Maybe allowing that right foot to get caught in the right elbow. And possibly bringing the bind of mermaid in. We'll take 3 breaths here. on your exhale with gentleness and fluidity, with control, unwinding out of mermaid and allowing your body to come forward into our sleeping swan. Maybe making a pillow with your hands. And just breathe. You could always put a pillow or a block underneath that left hip or a blanket. Breathing into any sensation and allowing that area to soften on the exhale. Using your breath as a tool, as a guide to allow you to soften. You can even check your face and your shoulders. Are you holding tension anywhere? Let it all go. Just surrender. Just breathe. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And on your next inhale, pushing into your palms as you walk yourself back up, get a nice tall spine. And then leaning onto that left hip as we swing the other leg forward. So both feet are in front of you. This time bending the left knee, hopping that left foot over your right thigh, either hugging the left leg with the right arm or bringing the right elbow to catch that left knee. Your left arm's behind you. Inhaling a nice tall spine. Exhale, deepening your twist. Continuing to breathe, extending on the inhale, twisting more deeply on the exhale. Two more breaths here. And on your next inhale, just unwinding, coming back forward, hopping that left leg back over, taking your hands to the right side. So right hand's behind you and the left hand's by your hip. And then we're just going to push up into our palm and into our foot as we come into this modified side plank. Then inhaling that left arm up and over, maybe coming up onto those left toes for a wild thing. Just breathe. I'll take 3 breaths here. On your next exhale, slowly, with control, unwinding and coming back down onto your bottom. From here, we're going to put both feet out in front of us. And coming into an upward plank, so fingertips facing your toes, but behind you, pointing your toes. We're going to push into our palms and lift our hips. Taking a breath here. Thinking about widening your shoulders. And on your next exhale, with control, slowly lowering down. And once you're down, just gently sweeping your arms forward and leaning back as we come into a boat. Now you can bend your knees here too. 2 more breaths here. On your next exhale, bringing your feet together as we come into a butterfly. A nice tall spine, Maybe bringing your shoulders up to your ears and back, letting them settle down your ribs towards your tailbone. Extending your spine upwards. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale, keeping this nice, tall, extended spine and leaning forward, both sit bones still on the mat. And when you get to your next inhale, we'll pause. And then on the exhale, allow your spine, your neck, your shoulders to become heavy. Sit bones are still grounded. Just breathe. On your next inhale, we'll start working our way back up by pushing into our hands. And from here, you may need to actually scoot forward. So I'm just going to take both my feet forward, let my bottom follow. I'm going to inhale as I reach as far as I can forward. And as I exhale, one vertebrae at a time, with control. Maybe tucking your shoulder blades under your back. And just allowing your knees to be heavy here. Surrender to the earth. See if you can allow the earth to absorb any tension that might be in your back, your shoulders, your hips, maybe even the back of your skull. In the surrender, you're just giving away this tension, the stress, being willing to let go and fill that place with tenderness. We want to hold that space with love. When you're ready, maybe using your hands to help lift your legs back up so that your feet are touching the floor. We're just going to bring our knees into our chest. A little rock side to side, massaging the lower back. Maybe bringing the forehead to the knees and seeing how that feels. And if it feels good, maybe taking your knees while together into some bigger circles. With awareness, really becoming aware of how you move your body affects where you feel this massage on your lower back and your sacrum. Maybe taking a few circles in the other direction. And then bringing your left knee to your chest as you extend your right leg away from you. We're just going to take your right hand to the outside of the left knee and just bringing the leg up and over your body. Your left arm is out to the side in a T. Right hand can be draped over that left knee just to help it in its positioning. Gaze can be up to the ceiling, or maybe taking your gaze to the left fingers. Again, just breathing. Offering any tension for the earth to just take and transmute into tenderness, softness, ease. Allowing your face to be soft and relaxed. Every inhale, breathing into your ribs and your back to create space in that area, but also to bring awareness so that you can continue to soften. Just go. And on your next inhale, bring back up to center. We'll squeeze that left leg into the left side of your chest, your armpit area. Maybe a little wiggle side to side. Then extending that leg out and bringing the right leg in. This time pulling your right knee towards your right armpit. Taking your left hand to the outside of your right knee as you bring it up and over your torso to the other side. Your right arm is extended out to a T. Left hand just creating weight on that right knee. Gaze can be up to the ceiling, or possibly taking your gaze to your right fingertips. Just breathe. Where else can you soften? Can you soften your jaw, your eyes? And think about that softening spreading down your neck, softening into your shoulders melting into the floor. There's nothing to hold up here. It's safe to let go. Just breathe. Continue to soften more body parts, releasing long-held tension. Every exhale, an invitation to let go. Just breathe. And on your next inhale, coming back up to center, bring that right knee back towards the right armpit. And then bringing your left knee as well, giving your legs a hug. Maybe a rock side to side. And when you're ready, releasing your legs and your arms into Shavasana. So your legs are extended, feet are wide and falling away from each other. Your palms are up to the sky. Maybe tucking your shoulder blades under your back. And again, just noticing your body. Noticing if there's any tension that's left that you can release. This time, let's start at our toes and our heels, allowing our feet to be so heavy. Bring our inner eye to our ankles, our shins, calves, softening and so heavy. Sending love to our knees, hard-working joint. Allowing our thighs to just be so heavy. Reaching for the floor. The glutes are sinking down into the mat. As are portions of your back. Yet we have natural curves in our back that don't touch the floor. And that's good, that's okay. Allowing those shoulders to be so heavy. And our arms just sinking down. Maybe feeling the prana moving throughout your body. A pulsing or tingling in your legs, in your torso, in your arms. Maybe feeling it in your neck. Allowing your head to relax down into the floor. And your eyes and your jaw to be so heavy. Just melting inwards. And the top of our head is very open. Light. Openness. Exchanging this prana that we've created or moved, welcomed, and encouraging that exchange with the divine, with the universe, with God. And our hearts have a similar sensation as our crown, very open, spacious, full of love, and ready to exchange that love. Pouring it forth into the world around us, also open to accept and receive the love that's given to us. And becoming very aware of the sensations in your body. Just begin to let go. Let go of thoughts of how things should be or what's going to happen later. Just let it all go. It's just these sensations. Just the connection to the floor through your back body. Connection with the divine through your crown and your heart. Just breathe. You can begin to deepen your breath, making every breath just a little longer, a little deeper. Noticing how that feels. Maybe bringing some gentle motion into your fingers and your toes. Then pausing for a moment and allowing your inner gaze to come to your third eye, that area between and just above your eyebrows. And just breathe as you have your attention on your third eye, welcoming any intuition, wisdom, knowingness. And then releasing that, and just rocking your arms and your legs side to side. maybe your head side to side. And then bending your knees to bring the soles of your feet to the mat. And rolling to a comfortable side using the bottom arm as a pillow. And continue to breathe. Maybe bring that inner gaze to your third eye once more. And releasing that as you push into your hand, maybe keeping your eyes closed or gaze softened. Coming up into a comfortable seated position. And we'll just have our hands on our knees or thighs, palms up. Palms up, always welcoming positive healing energy. Whatever the universe has in store for us. And just breathe. With a nice tall spine, your crown reaching for the sky, your tailbone reaching for the floor. Let's bring our palms up, out to the side with a nice, long, slow, deep breath in. As your palms touch, we'll come back into that lotus mudra, so thumbs touch and pinkies touch with your fingers spread wide. And bring that energy right down to our heart. Closing the lotus into prayer, hands. Opening our hands to the side once more, inhaling up. Palms touch, opening our lotus mudra. This time bringing your thumbs down to your third eye. And allowing the lotus to be a funnel, welcoming everything you need to know, the wisdom, the intuition, the solutions and answers to questions, the divine guidance, the energy needed to open that third eye to be able to receive that information always. And then allowing that lotus to move back down to your heart as you close it back into its bud. And maybe bowing down to your heart, thanking yourself for showing up today. Thanking that divine energy, that feminine energy, allowing us to flow, awakening our creativity and our intuition. It's always there. We just need to be open to receive it. May you have the most wondrous day. Namaste.